Welcome back, everyone. We hope that you had a wonderful meal. I know that the three of us did. I can still smell the brisket in my home, and I'm looking forward to a relaxed evening afterwards. We in our household have already ransomed back the afikomen to our children. Jude was bargained hard, but I think Sadie got the best half of it. And meanwhile, Judy Henn has an afikomen song for us.
So this is from a website called The World's Largest Seder Songbook. There are many, many parodies on this website if anyone wants to check it out. This one is my favorite. It's called Don't Sit on the Afikomen. My dad at every Seder breaks a matzah piece in two and hides the afikomen, half a game for me and you. Find it, hold it, ransom, for the Seder isn't through till the afikomen's gone. Don't sit on the afikomen. Don't sit on the afikomen. Don't sit on the afikomen, or the meal will last all night. One year my daddy hid it neath a pillow on a chair, but just as I raced over, my Aunt Sophie sat down there. She threw herself upon it. Awful crunching filled the air, and the crumbs flew all around. There were matzah crumbs all over. Oh, it was a messy sight. We swept up all the pieces, though it took us half the night. So if you want your Seder ending sooner than dawn's light, don't sit on the afikomen. Don't sit on the afikomen. Don't sit on the afikomen. Don't sit on the afikomen, or the meal will last all night.
Very good advice. All right, that was delightful. We're going to move on to Birkat Hamazon, the blessing after the meal. You should have for Birkat Hamazon your third cup of fruit of the vine. And we don't need to do Shir HaMalot, right? Because it's not Shabbat. Or do we do Shir HaMalot?
We can do Shir HaMalot.
Okay.
Because we are giving thanks to God. You know, right. Song of Ascents. Shir HaMalot v'shuv Adonai et shivat Zion hayinu kechomim az yemale tzchok binu u'shonenu rina. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
Az yomru
Goyim higdil Adonai lasot imanu, higdil Adonai lasot imanu, hayinu samechim, shuva Adonai et shivatenu ka'afikim ba'negev. Hazorim bedima berina yiktoru haloch yelechu v'cho nose meshech hazara bo yavo berina nose alumotav. I don't know if your Seder table is as crazy as ours, but I do know that always in that paragraph, I get tripped up at one point because I'm ready to schluff after eating all this yummy food. So we're gonna do, it's a very short Birkat Hamazon, and if your kids went to camp or if you went to camp, this will be very, very, very familiar. Rabbi, do you want to lead us off?
Chavrai nevarech
Yehi Shem Adonai Mevarach Me'ata Ve'ad Olam.
Yehi Shem Adonai Mevarach Me'ata V'ad Olam. B'shut Chavarai Nevarech Shachanu Mishalo.
Baruch Eloheinu Shalachanu Mishalom Tuvo Chayinu.
Baruch Eloheinu Shalachanu Tuvo Chayenu. Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Hazan et HaOlam Kulo B'tuvo B'chein B'chesed U'rachamim Hu noten lechem lechol basar Ki le'olam chaso
Le'olam chasto.
U'tuvo hagadol Tamid lo chasar lanu ve'yachsar lanu Mazon le'olam ba'ed bavor shemo hagadol Kirel zanum farnes lakol Umitiv lakol umechim mazon Lecho briotav asher bara Baruch atah Adonai. Whoop-de-doo! That's what the kids do. Hazan et hakol kakatu ve'achalta v'savata ve'rachta et Adonai Elohecha ala haaretz hatova asher natan lach. Baruch atah Adonai al haaretz ve'al hamazon. Uvenei Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh b'mera v'yameinu, Baruch atah Adonai, Bonei b'rachamav Yerushalayim, Amen. Oseh shalom b'ramav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, V'yalku Yisrael v'yimeru, Amen. Adonai.
Adonai osnei amo yitein.
Yitein Adonai yivarech et amo b'shalom. This is Cantor problems, when you have different melodies concurrently at the same time in your head.
It's all good. After a couple of cups of wine, we all have those melodies going on.
We certainly do.
All right. We're up to the third cup.
Page 22. We raised this cup in thanksgiving for all our gifts. The Seder reminds us of the gifts of relationships, of friends and family, and of our material possessions, good food, good drink, and yet most of all, we offer thanks for the greatest gift, the ability to challenge, to question, to choose, and therefore to strive for freedom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen, borei pri hagafen. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all worlds, who creates the fruit of the vine.
L'chaim.
L'chaim tov mashal makol hashamayim.
Judy, you want to continue at the bottom
sorry.
of page 22?
I'm sorry. The story is b'chol dor v'ador, in every generation. The story is eternal. It repeats itself again and again. After the Exodus, we wander in the desert on our way to the promised land. Ours is not a happy history. We have suffered much for daring to be different, for the audacity of saying no to many pharaohs, princes, priests, and potentates. But every no is a more powerful yes. We say yes to the present and the future. Yes to the real possibilities for shaping a happier society for ourselves and our children. Yes to all the people outside our own circle who are real and potential allies in the struggle to attain the Passover of the future. None of our suffering is wasted. if all our travails serve to strengthen our resolve to engage in the struggle towards wholeness and freedom for our people and for all humanity.
And finally, we get to the cup of Elijah. And of course, strangely this year, we are not going to be necessarily opening the door and hoping anyone comes in. But we say, this cup is Elijah's cup. In setting the cup at our table, we invite Elijah to join us and we bring his passion for justice into our lives. But the cup is empty. No one has yet stepped forward to fill it. According to Hasidic custom, we pass Elijah's cup from person to person at the table, each person pouring a little wine into Elijah's cup from our own cups until it is filled. We recognize that we must act together, each contributing our best talents and energies to bring Elijah's promise to the world. So I'm going to open the door here, and we're going to sing Eliyahu Hanavi.
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishvi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agilati, Bimera veyamenu, Yavo elenu. Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishvi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi.
Legend relates that Elijah enters the world each day in disguise, waiting for someone to do him a simple act of kindness. That one caring act will trigger the redemption of the world. Where is Elijah? He could be anywhere, with a homeless family living on the street, unemployed for years in a dilapidated classroom. He could even be the person sitting beside you right now. We continue with a little bit more of Hallel.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to recite the blessing on behalf of everybody, and I'll translate it. It's not written here, but I'll do it anyway because everything that we do, we have to have, and we should make a bracha, a blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et halel.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who makes us holy with mitzvot and commands us to call out the blessings of praise. And just as you've heard Judy Henn singing the melody, and just as we did at the beginning of this Seder, to the melody of Adir Hu, we are going to sing part of this 118, part of Psalm 118 to Adir Hu. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto, ki le'olam chasto, Yom ana Yisrael, ki le'olam chasto, Yom runa v'taharon, ki le'olam chasto, Yom runa yirei Adonai, ki le'olam chasto, Yom runa v'taharon, ki le'olam chasto.
And this takes us to perhaps some people's favorite part of the Seder, Chad Gadya.
My father bought for two zuzim, Chad Gadya. It's so weird singing without my kids being loud. Then
Bring
came
him in.
the cat and bit the kid. My father bought for two zuzim,
Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya.
Then came the dog that bit the cat that ate the kid. My father bought for two zuzim,
Chad
Chad
Gadya, Chad Gadya.
Then came a fire and burnt the stick that beat the dog that bit the cat that ate the kid. Chad Gadya, Chad
Chad
Gadya.
Gadya.
Judy, take 5.
Then came water and quenched the fire that burnt the stick that beat the dog that bit the cat that ate the kid. My father bought for two zuzim.
Chad
Chad
Gadya,
Gadya, Chad Gadya.
Rabbi.
Then came an ox and drank the water that quenched the fire that burnt the stick that beat the dog that bit the cat that ate the kid. My father bought for two zuzim. Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya.
Then came the butcher and killed the ox and drank the water that quenched the fire that burnt the stick that beat the dog woof that bit the cat that ate the kid. My father bought for two zuzim.
Chad
Gadya. Go Judy.
Then came the angel of death and slew the butcher that killed the ox that drank the water that quenched the fire that burnt the stick that beat the dog that bit the cat that ate the kid. My father bought for two zuzim. Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya.
Then came the Holy One, blessed be God, and destroyed the angel of death who slew the butcher that killed the ox, that drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burnt the stick, that beat the dog, woof, that bit the cat, meow, that ate the kid. My father bought for two zuzim. Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya. All right. One more cup of wine or grape juice, our cup of hope. We have completed the telling of our ancient story. Why do we tell this story again and again for hundreds of generations? It is the foundation of our hope, the basis of all Jewish dreams. Over the entrance to the synagogue of the Bratslaver Hasidim are written the words, Jews must never despair. After Holocaust and pogrom, Inquisition and expulsion, what gives us this kind of strength? Only one thing, this story. Because we saw the sea split, because we were freed from slavery, we can dream. We know that God has purposes in human history. We know that power is not history's last word. We know that there is always hope. We raise this cup of hope with all our dreams for ourselves, those we love, and for the world, and we recite, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine. L'chaim.
Amen.
I'm Tov Mashamaka Hashemayim. Well, I think we should say Lashana Haba'ah in not necessarily in Jerusalem, but at least in a lack of social distancing.
Amen.
Lashana Haba'ah, Lashana Haba'ah, Lashana Haba'ah, B'Yerushalayim. Lashana Haba'ah, Lashana Haba'ah, Lashana Haba'ah, B'Yerushalayim. Lashana Haba'ah, Lashana Yerushalayim, Lashana Haba'ah, Lashana Haba'ah, B'Yerushalayim.
Next year, may we celebrate in a Jerusalem of peace. Next year, may we celebrate in a world truly, God willing, healed and free. Wishing all of you health and safety and freedom. May it continue to increase. May our current plague continue to diminish. And may we all not only have a healthy and zis and joyful Pesach, but God willing, a healthy and Sisson weeks and month to come. Wishing all of you a very, very happy Passover from all of us. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you both virtually and, God willing, physically soon. Take care.
Chag Sameach, everyone.